everybody, welcome to the 125th edition of NoDQ&A video, right here on youtube.com/NoDQCW, and of course, NoDQ.com. Thanks as always for all the support. It's quite amazing to think that we've gotten this far, and got a ways to go, hopefully. I got a lot of questions here, and I vow to get through each and every one of them one by one. Obviously, I'm going to skip over some of the duplicates, but when you send in questions, formspring.me/AaronRiff, try to think outside the box a little bit. Try to send me a question that hasn't been answered before. I look forward to getting a lot of unique responses from people. But for now, let's get down to your questions. Why is WWE hiring all the indie guys? Chris Hero, Tyler Black, Robinson Creed, all of a sudden. The bottom line is WWE knows they need to create new stars. Bringing back The Rock and bringing back Brock Lesnar is just a quick fix. WWE is trying to think long term, and FCW has worked to a degree in terms of creating new stars, but they need to look further than that. You need to go to the indie circuit. You need to look at wrestlers, and you need to look at announcers too, for that matter. Perhaps bring back Tough Enough. WWE will benefit from using all different kinds of sources to scout new talent. So I think it's a good thing. There's a lot of very talented performers on the indie circuit, and I think it's great for WWE, and hopefully something works out for them, because there's only so many legends you can bring back. I mean, eventually you're going to run out of Rocks and Brocks that you can bring back, and by the time that comes around, you really need to have some new talent that you can push and carry the company for the future. Hey, yo, do you think WrestleMania is better in a large enclosed stadium or an outdoor one? It seems like in outdoor stadiums, as NFL teams generally agree, Seattle excused, the noise kind of flutters away instead of bouncing around. That's definitely a downside to running in the open-air stadiums, the fact that it hurts the crowd heat a little bit. And that's one advantage to running in a smaller building like 15,000 people. I mean, they're all close together. It's a more intimate feel. But for WrestleMania, it's good to have it in the outdoor stadium because it is WWE's Super Bowl, and when people tune in and they see 70,000 people there, it really feels like this is a big deal. So just on that alone, it's good for WWE to run in the stadiums, and just hopefully they can have the sound equipment working at full capacity, and they can get the crowd noise in there. This year, I thought the crowd heat was very good for the most part. The only match where I think it suffered was CM Punk and Chris Jericho, and that's just because of the way the match was positioned. So it really had nothing to do with the acoustics of the building and the sound and all that. What match has the biggest chance of happening at WrestleMania 29? Rock and Brock, Cena and Undertaker, or CM Punk versus Austin? Please answer in video. It's really hard to say. I mean, all three of those matches right now are being rumored for WrestleMania 29. The big news is possibly doing Rock versus Brock. That seems to be what WWE wants to do at this point. I'm not really sure personally if that's the best match. I think if Brock Lesnar is going to wrestle Undertaker at some point, the only venue that makes sense to me is WrestleMania, so Brock can challenge the streak. So that's what I would do. I would do Rock versus Brock soon, or maybe SummerSlam or something like that, or Survivor Series. Cena and Undertaker would be great for WrestleMania if things fall through with doing Brock versus Undertaker. I mean, that's a great match right there. CM Punk versus Austin, definitely. If Austin's going to come back, CM Punk seems like the most likely opponent. We could also see Steve Austin versus Brock Lesnar. I mean, they've been teasing that over the past several weeks. So any combination of those matches, I think, is very possible for next year's WrestleMania. But like I said, if it was me, I would do Brock and Undertaker for sure at WrestleMania. But we'll see what happens. Hey, Aaron, what do you think about the win by Team Johnny at WrestleMania? Considering some of the guys on the winning team have been kind of stuck in a rut, do you think WWE wants to push these guys as the future heels? Also, where the hell is Wade Barrett? Well, Wade Barrett just had the elbow surgery, and if you've been following NoDQ.com, he's scheduled to return sometime in the summer, and most likely he's going to get a big push, as I think he rightfully should. So that's what's going on with Barrett. And as far as the Team Johnny win, I mean, like I said before, it really did nothing for me. I thought that was a nothing match, and it didn't help anybody involved. I mean, they could have played up the Miz winning more and done more with that. They didn't really do much on Raw, so I don't really know if WWE wants to push those guys as the future heels, but they really should. I mean, Dolph Ziggler is considered by many to be a future main eventer if they give him the opportunity. So hopefully WWE will push those guys whether they want to or not. But like I said, anything can happen. Since Vince Russo is no longer with TNA, do you think he will come back to WWE in some form or fashion? Please answer on video. I highly doubt it, because if Vince Russo was to return to WWE, he would want to have full control of the booking and writing. And WWE's just not going to do that. They're a different company from how they were 15 years ago when Russo was around. They have a lot of different writers, and Russo would most likely have to be part of some sort of committee, and I just don't think he wants to deal with that. If you've listened to interviews with him, he doesn't like the politics, and he doesn't like the person that it makes him when he's involved with WWE on a full-time basis. So I just don't see it happening, and I mean, if it does, it would be a very interesting period in WWE, I think, but probably not. Hey Aaron, could you see an ECW edition of the Hall of Fame happening? I'd love to see Sabu, Dreamer, RVD, Heyman, and all the other top ECW guys going together. Your thoughts? I don't think that ECW will be inducted as a unit or a promotion or whatever by itself. I think that Paul Heyman going in is a very likely possibility. I don't think it's a matter of if, but when. I could see Heyman going in. I could see RVD going in. Not so sure if Sabu and Dreamer and those guys are going to get in, but I mean, we'll see. Maybe they'll do an ECW Originals induction, something like that. But I think at least in the near future, Paul Heyman and maybe RVD will be the top candidates for the Hall of Fame on their own, for their own accomplishments, I think. Hey Aaron, how would a triple threat match for the title with CM Punk, Y2J, and Daniel Bryan go over with submissions only? I think it would go over great if WWE got over the submissions really well. The key to doing a submission match is you have to condition the audience to believe that the submissions could work as a finish. And at least with Jericho, I mean, they've established the walls of Jericho over the years, but they haven't really established a whole lot of other submissions. If you want to build up a submission match properly, you would have all three of those guys winning matches on TV with various different submission holds, so fans can believe those holds as possible match enders. So if they did that, if they booked it properly, that would be tremendous. That would be a great match. Those three guys would definitely be able to deliver, in my opinion. Hey Aaron, love the show. Keep it up. 2 questions, and when Batista comes back, would he come back as a heel or a face? And do you see Cody Rhodes regaining the IC title again, or do you think he would just move on and up? First of all, regarding Batista, if he comes back, makes sense for me if he was a heel. I think he was awesome as a heel during his last run, his last year with WWE, with the spotlight and everything. I thought that was absolutely tremendous, and that was some of the best work he did on the mic too. I mean, Batista really found himself there. I thought it was awesome, and it was a shame when he left, because I thought he was doing better than he had ever done. And as far as Cody Rhodes goes, you know, a lot of people are very high on the guy. A lot of people are talking about how he could be a future main eventer. I don't think he's there yet. So I think the likelihood is he'll keep feuding with Big Show, and he'll stay in that IC title level for the time being. But things can always change. We'll see where things go with Cody Rhodes and how his character continues to develop over the next year or two. We'll see. All right, that'll wrap things up for this edition of NoDQ&A video. Thanks as always for watching. I really do appreciate all the support from you guys. Make sure you subscribe. YouTube.com/NoDQ&AV. Tell a friend. Go on Facebook, Twitter. Spread the word. And we'll see you next time.